Hey guys, for today's video I wanted to do a quick roundabout of the vitamins that I take. These vitamins that I take are pretty much almost solely for moods, for anxiety and for depression, and I feel like they are so helpful. If you haven't really tried natural supplements, if you're someone who deals with any sort of mood issues or disorders or anything like that, I really think that you should look into these and talk to either your doctor about it, your parents, whatever you think. These have helped me tremendously, so we're just going to do a quick little rundown. The first thing that I actually want to tell you, which is the thing that I find helps me most with depression, is flaxseed oil. And not just taking the actual pill form of it, but taking an actual shot of it. It is the nastiest thing in the world. I don't have it with me right now. Usually I keep a bottle about like this big in the fridge. You can get it from most health stores or whatever. But I ran out of it, so I have to go get more, I have to remember to go get more. It is so helpful. I'm telling you, I've been at pretty low points with depression, and that has helped me within the matter of about 5 minutes. So anything like that, like flaxseed or like the omega-3s, flaxseed oil, you just take a shot of it. I usually chase it with like an iced tea or something like that. It is nasty. Sorry about the change of lighting. It's kind of like, I don't know, there's like clouds that are coming out now. So yeah, sorry. But you take a shot of it, you chase it with something. It's really gross, but it'll help you tremendously. And even with energy fluctuations, if you're having issues with that, like getting really tired and stuff, that helps like nobody's business. So that's probably my number one recommendation. Then this is niacin. If you don't know what niacin is, it supports your heart health and energy metabolism. It helps break things down in your body. That way you're not also dealing with energy fluctuations. I find that this helps a lot on my days where I'm really anxious. It's really important that you take this in the morning, and you don't want to overdo it. If you overdo it, you'll get what's called a niacin flush. When you get a niacin flush, you can get a little bit hot, you may get a little red, but I haven't experienced a niacin flush, but I've experienced the heat of a niacin flush. It's not like anything that's that serious. It's not too uncomfortable or anything like that. But you just want to make sure that you're taking it with the proper dosage of your weight. I would assume it's to your weight ratio, so you'd have to look into that. But this has helped a lot with anxiety. This is a B complex, which helps a lot with, well, this helps with everything, but especially with depression and anxiety. I like the B complex over a regular just B12, just because I find that all of the B vitamins, when they're working together, they actually help activate one another, which then in turn makes it more effective, because I'm sure, as you know, when you're taking certain vitamins, if you take other things with it, you can help activate it or deactivate it. So in order to activate it, the B complex usually helps best. This is called SAM-E. It's a chewable tablet. I take 2 of these a day. This helps relax me a lot. This helps for anxiety, not as much with depression. But it's an easy pill if you have an issue with swallowing pills. This is chewable. I like this a lot. But I will say that sometimes I can get a little bit, I guess it kind of makes me a little tired, almost like a drained kind of tired, where I feel like I really need to sleep. So you want to be careful with that. But this also helps with your liver and joint health, so that's really good too if you have any issues with that. And a lot of people who are dealing with mood disorders have problems with their joints being in pain, which is usually stemming from depression or something like that. But yeah, so it's kind of like a win-win in that situation. These are omega-3s. This one is actually a vegan omega-3, so a lot of them have, if you are someone who's religious and you can't eat pork or something like that, then this one is probably the best one for you to go for. You don't want to eat pork, or you're just a vegan. This one is vegan. A lot of them are not vegan. Most of them aren't vegan. Most of them have fish oil in them and whatever else. But these omega-3s work great. I usually take about 3 of these when I'm staying on top of it, which again helps me from getting into that depressive phase. But yeah, these are awesome. This is 5-HTP. This is 100 milligrams. This just promotes your overall mental well-being. If you don't know, most antidepressants are almost as strong as this, but this one actually is stronger than most antidepressants that are prescribed to you from your doctor. If I'm correct, clearly I am not a doctor, so what the hell do I really know? But this one has helped a lot. This one actually I find helps much quicker. So I always recommend going with natural supplements, but this one is something to really make sure you're consistently taking. You're not going to feel it with it like as quickly as I had felt the effects of the flaxseed oil, but you still feel it within a few days once it gets into your system, and it definitely helps a lot. These are probiotics. I was actually recommended this, so that's the only reason that I take them. I haven't like taken it on its own to know the kind of effect it's had on me, but I will say that I do take them with everything else that I have right here, and so sometimes I go on like my like full-on vitamin days where I'm like, I need to take my vitamins, I'm definitely lacking. So that's basically that, but this is definitely a part of it, and this is by the Garden of Life brand, so if you were curious about that. I also take a woman's multivitamin. Now, I don't take this every day. I probably should, but I'm also not the healthiest eater in the world. I like feeding into my cravings, which I know is not the healthiest thing in the world, and I definitely have not the healthiest kind of taste buds, so it's really important for me to make sure that I'm staying on top of taking my multivitamins, because a lot of the times when I'm eating things, I like to eat foods that are really high in sugar or really high in fat, and not anything that's like really feeding my body. And when you're not feeding your body the proper nutrients, that's of course going to have a huge effect on the way that your moods play out throughout the day. So this is really important for me to stay on top of. I don't do it enough, so I'm going to try to remind myself to do that. And those are basically all of the vitamins that I take for my mood and overall well-being. Other than that, I take like hair supplements and nails and skin stuff and whatever. But those are definitely my favorites. The things that like I said, that I find help most is definitely that shot of flaxseed oil. As disgusting as it is, you gotta try it. The niacin definitely helps a lot. And yeah, and that's basically about it. So I hope you guys liked this video. Don't forget to give it a thumbs up and hit the subscribe button. And if you didn't watch my last video, you can go click right here to go watch that. I showed you how I edit my Instagram photos. And yeah, if you guys have any other recommendations as far as vitamins go, I've been feeling a big lack of energy lately. So yeah, so if you guys can help me out with that, that would be awesome. I'm trying to stay away from the coffee as much as possible, because obviously coffee can enhance your anxiety if you're already dealing with it. So yeah, that's basically it. Don't forget to leave me a comment in the comment section below, and I will see you guys in my next video.